You're relying on some body transformations. Anybody stand out with a few impressions?
Well, you know, Will Campbell, I think he left in spring, I think 342 or something like that, and came in at 316, 319, right in that range. I know Taylor Lawand, he gained some weight that he needed to gain. But, you know, I could go through the whole roster, and there were guys that we thought needed to get a little more bigger, a little more physical. You know, I think strength is good, you know, and I think that's an important part, and playing with endurance is an important part.
What did you look at today?
Well, there's a couple guys, so we'll go from there.
In general, did the offensive line get to the weights that you'd like to see?
I think for the most part, yeah. I don't think there was anybody who didn't make where we needed them to be or thought they should be, you know, and so that was a good part about it.
Getting back to the point, is Matt Weil a guy that you could see doing both, or do you just want him focusing on one thing? Or
you could see him doing both.
Any injuries holding guys out under?
No, we're pretty daggone healthy. You know, Troy is full speed, Floyd's full speed. We're pretty daggone healthy.
With Will, did his weight loss show up in the conditioning tests that you might have done to start camp?
Well, I think just watching him move around and do those things, I mean, you can see that, and you know, that's a commitment, and a commitment's always important, you know, and shows his teammates that he's got a commitment.
Is there anyone who did anyone other than for you released last night who's not active or not here on the roster that you were expecting?
No, they're all
through the clearinghouse and everything?
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm trying to still get through the clearinghouse.
getting back to the statement you released last night, what went into the decision, if you could elaborate a little bit more on redshirting Darryl versus?
I'm not going to elaborate on it. You know, it was a decision that we took a long time, and Darryl's done a great job with what we've asked him to do, and we'll leave it at that.
Did he practice with the team this year?
Yeah.
You've been saying you'll take 26 recruits in this upcoming class. Does Darryl's redshirt change that?
No.
What, first day of preseason practice?
No, it's fun. You know, he's a fun guy to be around. He loves to play, and but they all have shown that. I mean, I thought you know, we had meetings last night, and their meeting demeanor and coming in this building wanting to improve and to be better, it was good. And so out of practice, you know, there was a lot of spirit and there was a lot of energy, and that's what you want.
Was the competition level of running back about where you expected it at first day?
Yeah, you know, we're out there in, you know, shorts right now, so it's hard, in my opinion, to get a great evaluation. Besides, you know, if a guy misses an assignment, doesn't protect well, or maybe the wrong steps and something like that. But when the physicalness of the game and playing in pads, you know, it's hard to make the evaluations the way you want to.
How many two-a-days will you have?
I think it's 5 days of two-a-days in the schedule.
It seems like some schools are cutting back a little bit on that, or is that what you've done generally, and just your philosophy on?
You know, I think every team's different. You know, I'll make some determinations as we go through. You know, if we're practicing with great speed and great intensity, and practicing discipline and structured and all those things, we may not go the full allotment of practices. You know, we may spend a little more time in the classroom, but that's all dictated on how we show up every day.
Without Stone, does someone who's a slack guy move outside, or switch a position?
Yeah, you know, I think, you know, as Al gets through it and we look through it, you know, we'll make some decisions on exactly who they may be. You know, and what I've seen so far, I think it's a combination of a group. When you look at if you're in 3 receivers or you're in 2 receivers, you know, obviously Junior and Roy have great experience. Odoms is a guy who has ability. I think and Kelvin, you know, has played enough football, but you know, we'll just wait and see. You know, a guy Robinson, I think he's Gerald. He's got some talent to him, so we'll just see how it all shakes out.
You saw Greg Brown in the spring, but the rest of the freshmen